So now guys, what we're going to be doing is setting up the Windows VM. So let's go ahead and open VirtualBox. If I know how to spell, there we go. Let's go ahead and open the really nice VirtualBox that we got. Let me 1 second. There we go. VirtualBox. It should look like this. If you have a Windows device or a Linux device, it should all look the same. Right, so what we're gonna need to do is that we're going to be adding well, actually we're going to create a new machine. We are going to call this Flare VM. We are going to leave it in the default directory. The ISO file, if you want to add an ISO file in here, you can go ahead and go to the downloads, the one that I just downloaded today, and then like you can see right here, so Windows 10 Enterprise, that is good. We can do expert mode if you really I clear everything out, that's fine. Flare VM, the ISO file, this one right here, the one that we just downloaded. We are going to Windows 10 skip unattended. If you do that, when check the unattended storage disabled and the selected ISO is mounted on the VM. So yep, that's what I want. That's good. Unattended install, we don't want to do that. Hardware, we are going to leave this as the default. CPU default. Hard disk should be 50, it's fine. And we are going to be using a virtual hard disk. So hard disk is going to be, like I said, the virtual hard disk now. 50 for space is good. The memory 2 is fine, and the CPU 1 is also fine. So let's go ahead and finish this bad boy up. So now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and start. And there is an error, kernel is not loaded or not correctly set up. Please try again by executing vbox config as root. Okay, I have an issue. I'll be right back. Let me fix that real quick. All right, so here we go. I was able to fix my issue. So hopefully you don't run into that issue as well. All you need to do is just reinstall VirtualBox, and that fixed it for me. So here we go. We are going to set up Windows, install now. And the setup is starting. So let me go ahead and I don't need to pause it. There we go. We are going to accept the license terms, because if we don't, we won't be able to install it, of course. We are going to, let's just do a custom, making sure, yep, we got the 50 space over there. So that's the one we're going to use. And over here, this one could take a couple minutes to finish the installation of this Windows VM. So it's going to, get the files ready. Then it's going to install the features, installing the updates, and then it's going to finish up with this update. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and pause this video. And after this is all completed, I'm going to get back to the video. All right, guys. So after it is done installing, it is going to take you to this screen right here. Let's just go ahead and press yes over here, and that should keep moving on. And let's see what Windows has next for us. Of course, just a moment, that could take a while. So there we go. So the keyboard layout that you want, whatever you use, go ahead and select that. I'm going to just select US. That's great. Add a second keyboard. I do not want that. Thank you very much, Windows. I don't want that. So let's go ahead and hurry up if you can, Windows. Let's just go ahead and just going to pause every time it takes a while. All right, so after that, we are going to get this screen, sign in with Microsoft, and I do not want to do that. I'm just going to do a domain join instead, of course. And then let's go ahead and wait and see what else we got. What do we want to name this PC? Let's just go ahead and call it Flare VM. That sounds good. Let's go ahead and do next. We want to create a super memorable password. Let's go ahead and say password. Confirm it again, password. And security questions, name. Let's say name. Next. Nick cousin. Let's just put cousin too with our G, right? There we go. So now it is going to, it's getting there, guys. We are almost done with Windows. I think after this, going to ask me if, there we go, if I want to share my location. No, thank you very much. I don't want to do that. Find my device. Of course, I don't want to do that because I know where my device is. Diagnostic data, nope. Tailor experiences, nope. Advertising ID, nope. And accept. I don't want them tracking all my data. I mean, they're already going to be tracking anyways, but you know, they don't really care. Do we want to use Cortana? Nope. Horrible. Cortana? Nope. No, thank you very much. I do not even, I don't like Cortana. So, okay, this is basically, we are in the finish line. We are almost, we are seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. You know, this is like the first time that you log into a machine. Like I said, this might take several minutes. And let's just go ahead and wait for it. It should take like 5 minutes for this to be ready to go. Okay, guys, so finally, we are here. And one of the, the first things that I really like to do is to, if you try to maximize this, you can see right here that it actually does not work. So for this to work, I mean, if you can keep it like this if you want to, but I do not like this. So what you need to do is you need to install the VirtualBox guest additions. So the way that you do that is by going to devices and then insert guest additions CD image. And of course, go ahead and download it, whatever you need to. And you can see right here that there's a Windows 10 Enterprise Evaluation Windows license, and it said that it's expired. I think after we reboot, it should be good to go. So it is downloading. Let's see if it was inserted over here. You go to this PC. I think it's not that one. Is it this one? No, this is the ISO file. So it's downloading the guest edition, VBox guest edition during certificate downloading unknown reason. What does that mean? I'm just gonna, I guess it is still downloading. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for that so we can go ahead and do the installation of the VirtualBox guest edition. Just give me 1 second. Okay, here we are. All I needed to do was just reboot. So now after you reboot, you go to devices, insert the guest edition CD image, and you are going to see it over here. So you're going to right click and open it, and we are going to, wait, can you just double click on this to run it? All right, whatever. So let's go ahead and just run it. That's fine with me. Say yes, you want to run that. Of course we do. So it is going to go ahead and install the VirtualBox, and we're going to just select the default. Default should work properly for us, and this one shouldn't take that long. As you can see right here, it is working, but we need to go ahead and reboot. So let's go ahead and reboot now. And after we reboot, we should be able to maximize this window right here, because we don't want to work in this really tiny window. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm not going to work with this tiny window in here. So if you go like this, it's not there yet. Let me go ahead and just wait for it. Just be patient for a little bit, for once in my life. Let's go ahead and password is the password to log in. That's my password is the password. The word password is my password for everything else. So if you want to, hack into my email, my website and everything, you can go ahead and do that if you want to. Good luck with that. And there we go. Welcome to Flare VM. And now we should be able to make this bigger. Why isn't it working? There we go. There we go. Now it's working. You can see you can make it bigger and it would maximize itself. Awesome. There we go. So we are good to go on that. And one last thing that you want to do is we want to take a snapshot. And this one we're going to call it the main snapshot. Because if you mess something up, you want to have a snapshot. So we're going to be using snapshots, and snapshots is basically if you mess something up, you can go ahead and revert to this. So this is the main one. The main one, I like to call it the main one because the main one is right after or right before me installing any tools, right? So if you want to add a description, you can say fresh Windows 10 install with no tools. There we go. You can give it a description. So that's good. So now there we go. It's taking the snapshot. So that is great. On the next video, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be importing the Remnox virtual machine, and we are going to be setting up the guest edition for that machine as well. So let's go ahead and do that. I will see you on the next video, guys. Bye bye.